Hi, I'm Blake McCoskey, Chief Shoe Giver here at Tom's Shoes. Tom's Shoes is a very simple concept. For every pair of shoes that we sell, we give a pair away to a child somewhere in the world who doesn't have a pair of shoes. So it's a one-for-one business model where we're really connecting the consumer in the first world to a person in the third world who has a need. I was on vacation and I was down in Argentina. I met some children who didn't have shoes, and it just blew my mind that people had these cuts and infections and hookworm from the simple fact that they didn't have shoes. So I wanted to give them shoes. I had a deep desire in my heart to do so, but I had no experience in charity, did not want to really become a full-time money raiser or philanthropist. So I started to think of how could I give these kids shoes and with what my skill set was. What I did know is I'm an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur since I was 18 years old. So I knew that I could start a business that might be able to help these kids get shoes. And by doing a business, it'd be much more sustainable than a charity. I knew if I could do that and make a shoe and catch it on and get it to be cool, and doing so would really allow me to help them without being dependent on donors or beneficiaries. In a sense, we created our own beneficiary by creating the company. I would say our largest customer base are people on college campuses, high schools, young people. The issue is in the last 50 years, young people really haven't had an opportunity to participate in philanthropy or charity. It was, when I grew up, it was, as my parents wrote a check to United Way or to the church or to the synagogue or wherever. And the whole family kind of felt good about that, but it wasn't something that the young people got to own. Almost every young person I know in high school or college or in their 20s or 30s owns a pair of canvas shoes, whether it's a Converse or a Vans or hopefully now a Tom's. They buy $40 canvas shoes. So we are now allowing them, through a simple purchase they're already going to make, to get socially engaged and help someone in a very direct way. But as important, we're also allowing them to show the world that they're interested in these type of things by wearing the shoes. The main way that we reach them are really two simple ways. Either one, by people wearing our shoes, because they look different and they're unique. When someone sees the shoes, they ask about them, and then therefore they tell the story, and then that drives them to go to a store to buy them online. And the second way we really reach people is through the viral properties available free online. So Facebook, MySpace, our website, Twitter, I mean, you name it, we have a presence on all those. And most of that presence isn't even created by us, it's created by our fans. This company would not exist pre-internet, because there's no way that we could get this message out there. But the only way these tools really work is if you have a product that's really worth talking about. So the interesting thing in this day and age, through word of mouth and people wearing the shoes and through the internet, we can reach this demographic in a much more efficient way than even big companies. I started Tom's Shoes literally in my apartment with 3 interns, so I got off Craigslist 2.5 years ago. Our goal was to sell 250 pairs of shoes and give away 250 pairs of shoes. Last year, which will mark our 2.5-year anniversary, we will have sold 200,000 pairs of shoes, and we're in the process of giving away those shoes right now. And now we have 45 employees in this office. So the growth has been, like a rocket ship, and it's showing no signs of slowing down. But what really is the magic of our model is the Tom's brand is trusted and is seen as this one-for-one giver. And we are committed not to having great profits, but to giving away a lot of stuff that people need. The distribution process is relatively simple in the onset. We take applications or grant proposals from people all over the world that need shoes, why they need shoes, what foot diseases exist, etc. We have a team of people that observe really look at those reports, look at those grants. Then they travel to those locations to take pictures and do a site visit. And they come back to me, and basically I decide, okay, we're going to give shoes in Ethiopia because of this disease. We're going to give shoes in Argentina because that's where we started, and there's a lot of school kids that need shoes. One of the greatest things about Tom's Shoes is you can't just participate by buying a pair, but you actually can come on the trips with us. We actually take 15 volunteers every 2 weeks. So, 300 people a year go with us on these trips and get to participate in the giving of the shoes. What happens with that is not only do they get to experience this life-changing experience with people they never met before, but they also come back and then they become our sole ambassadors, which are the people that further spread the word for us. When I talk about the future of the company, the word that I really focus on is the word company, because I don't really see this becoming a company or a large company, but being more of a movement of young people who want to give back through everyday purchases. TOM stands for the word tomorrow and the idea that we can all make a better tomorrow. And that is really the philosophy that drives us. And this kind of play on the word of who is Tom, we believe that everyone who buys a pair of Toms or works here is Tom, because we're all people who believe in a better tomorrow.